going to kick it into the preview section now, and we've got quality games this week. We've got Assassin's Creed 2, we've got Splinter Cell Conviction even.
That's Splinter Cell the oven version. Splinter Cell microwave.
And we have so many games from THQ, I don't even know where to begin. And we also have what I'm tipping is going to be the best-selling game of the year, Wii Sports Resort.
Which is a lot of fun.
But we'll kick it off with Assassin's Creed 2, one of the most look forward to games of this year. Dan and Laura actually got to see the E3 build quite recently.
Yes.
And is it as big? Does it look great, as everyone's been saying?
Yeah, I think the sense of scale has really transferred over really, really well. I mean, it's a great setting for this, and we've only seen a little bit of the game running in action, but it really does have that scale and scope.
So let's start with what you guys actually did see. It was a hands-off demo, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So the game is set in the Italian Renaissance, and we get to see Venice, Florence, and Tuscany. So in the build we saw, it was ezio's kind of flying on one of Da Vinci's flying machines and using it to enter I think it was like a fortress to kill one of his enemies. And
so
takes out a few snipers.
Is that like a little helicopter thing? Because I'm not that across what
it's
it is.
More like kind of Icarus-y style wings.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Wings. What are those things? I don't know. You know those things?
A glider?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he's Batman.
Yeah,
Ezio is Batman.
He's not a modern day Batman.
But the cool thing about the flying machine is it doesn't actually have any mechanics in it. It is just literally a pair of wings, and he's got to use the updraft from a couple of fires down below on Earth to kind of keep lifting him up and soaring over the rooftops.
So it's a bit like that paper airplane Flash game.
Okay. Now, Dan, I got to ask you this: Italian Renaissance setting. Is it Illuminati? Is that what he's fighting in this one?
I thought that was the first game, and there was no Illuminati. Well, I think it touched on it really, really gently, but I don't think so. Not so much. I think one of the coolest aspects we saw in the new demo, though, was even before we got to the flying machine, you can actually pay off people around you to hide bodies. So you're sitting on a bench, kind of like I am, flanked either side. Guard came over, shivved, swapped, sit down.
Pay some dudes.
Yeah, pay a couple of guys, and you walk off unawares.
What, just anyone? It could just be one of the crazy homeless people that approached you in the first Assassin's Creed. They just suddenly
need the money.
Yeah,
I'll hide anything.
Yeah, I'll hide that dead body for you. That's okay. So you saw flying, you saw hiding type stuff. Are there any other sort of cool new things you could do as Ezio? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Ezio?
Ezio.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think some of the feedback they had from the first game was a lot of the missions were a bit repetitive. So they've actually got 16, I think more than 16 mission types in this game. So it doesn't get you don't get bored with them. And you can do really cool stuff. You can go underwater. Is that right?
Yeah, you can swim now.
You can swim underwater, but you've still got like a timer, so you're not like. Like fish or anything.
So not like Mario, you just swim through like bubbles and you can keep going underwater?
No.
Okay.
You got to time it. So
you
got to use it as a last resort sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're also switching up the combat a little bit, so there are a whole bunch of new weapons that you'll find in the game. You'll also be able to disarm pretty easily. And the other big thing that we saw was they're making interaction with the city itself a little more kind of interactive. So rather than just have one button you double press to jump and grab something, you'll actually control hands and feet independently like you kind of did with the running system to a much higher degree. So to get to a really high point, you'll actually need to push off with your feet and then use your hands to grab. So you'll need a 2-button press.
So the parkour in this is a little bit more involved,
It's a little more pronounced, which is something we saw really downplayed in the first game, but I think now that we've seen stuff like Mirror's Edge, there is a market for this. I think they're pushing it harder.
I don't know. I kind of dug how Altair moved in the first one. It was really easy, so it would just basically keep pressing the same button and he'll just keep doing handholds. But I thought that added a lot to the actual sort of streamlined movement that it was supposed to be. But I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, they actually said that they wanted to make it a little bit more challenging this time around. So.
Okay, so the first Assassin's Creed looked awesome. What did you guys think of the look of this one? Is it on par or is it better? Like, what do you guys think?
I think it looks awesome, especially because it's Italy and it's the Italian Renaissance, and I think the demo started off with was it a masquerade ball?
Yeah,
and,
it looked to be.
And fireworks, and very impressive, very colourful, very bright, and the water looks amazing as well as it was gliding over it, and I think it looks really good.
Okay, guys. So when is Assassin's Creed 2 out?
This one will be out on the Xbox Series 60 and PS3. I think there's a PC SKU as well, and it's out November 19th.